Good morning, friends. I hope you're having a great morning. I really do. It's the middle of the week, so we made it. We made it with lots of encouragement, with lots of friends, and waking up daily with the Good Morning Show. This is your place for faith in the morning. Thank you for tuning in to the Good Morning Show. I am your host, Candy Bryant, and my guest is the amazing songstress, servicewoman, entrepreneur, mom, wife extraordinaire, Maxine Reyes. Woo!
Good morning.
Awesome. All right. Let's drop the Good Morning Show music here in the background. Maxine, it's so good to see you.
It's not live. I want to have the watch party.
Yeah, let's do our watch party. So if you are watching, we're going to have you do a watch party this morning because that's kind of what we do in the morning. We want to invite friends to. That's okay. I do that all the time. Every time I do a watch party, I'm like, I got to turn it down. Awesome. So good morning to everyone. We hope that you're having a wonderful morning. We are here as your place for faith in the morning. We always want to be the place that you can come to start your day with encouragement. This whole month, Maxine, we've been doing a series called Music Can Heal a Nation. And before we started, I really did not know how it would go, if anyone would actually agree to sing or, come on and talk about music. But I'm telling you, every time we stop the broadcast, it's been, I get messages. Wow, that encouraged me. Wow, I can't believe that person sang that song, So we want to invite you guys to first share this. If you're watching this morning, I want to put up some instructions. And as Maxine and I get our watch parties going, because I didn't get that alert, I'm going to start my watch party here. I want to let you guys know how you can comment. So to comment during our live broadcast, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. You can watch the show from the Good Morning Show Facebook page, or you can watch from my personal page. But you have to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook to enable comments during the broadcast. And I love that. So my guest this morning is Maxine Reyes. Maxine, how's your morning going?
It's going very well. I can't complain. I'm alive, right?
Yeah, you're alive. You look fabulous. I mean, you always look fabulous. Every time I see this woman, you guys, she's just so vibrant and beautifully dressed and just, I don't know if some of us have an image of service people because, they've been in uniform and, you're hardworking, you're focused on serving the people, but you're a fashionista. And so when you first told me that you served and were a veteran, I was like, oh my gosh, the most beautiful veteran I've ever met. So for those who would just be getting to know you for the first time, Maxine, would you introduce yourself? Tell us a little about you.
Hi, everyone. If you don't know who I am Maxine Reyes. I was born and raised on the beautiful island of Jamaica. Came to the United States as a teen to South Florida. So my people in South Florida, hello, good morning. And I finished high school at Miramar High. And then I joined the Air Force. I did 11 years in the Air Force. And while I was in the Air Force, I got married. Because one of the reasons why I wanted to join the military, besides adventure and going to college, and having them pay for it, was to find me a man in uniform. And that happened the first year. And glory be to God, we're going on 25 years together next year. And we have it this
time. I need you guys to clap it up for that. Thank God for marriages that have endured. And not only is your marriage enduring, and it's a testimony. You guys have shared on marriage, right? So when we first talked a while back, because Maxine is also been a guest on the Good Morning Ladies podcast. So we talked a little bit about how you both share your story or share things that will help couples. Talk a little bit about that.
So this happened when we celebrated our 15th year anniversary, and we had a lot of people just come together for the whole weekend to celebrate marriage and just celebrate family. And from there, people were like, you guys should do this like every year. We had so much fun because we had sessions where we talked about love and how longevity and thriving within your marriage. And so that was something that attracted people to us. They were like, you guys are like the perfect couple. Of course, we're not perfect, but we do our best to have that lifestyle and be virtuous in our marriage, and also share the tips that's working out for us, and what hasn't worked, we also share that as well. So that's all compiled in Happily Joined, which is our marriage brand. And that's where we're going to be doing a lot more, because my husband, great news. Well, this is something I didn't plan on sharing, but my husband is going to retire from the military next year.
Wow.
Yes. And that will be after 25 years as well. So the number 25 is significant to our family because it's 25 years of serving each other and also serving America in the military.
It's absolutely amazing. I remember when we first talked, when we first met, you were talking about retirement. I think you just retired. And then I asked about your husband. You're like, he's still serving. So fast forward, here we are, and he's going to be doing that next year. All the opportunities that you guys will have to do things together, do business together, do ministry and outreach together. I think that's absolutely amazing. And we're so excited for you.
Thank you.
The Good Morning Show family will be cheering you on. And I can see folks piling in here as we're saying good morning. Maxine, I'm going to say good morning to some folks. Would you say good morning? Hey, good morning, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
She is from our prayer call. As soon as I was logging on here, I was jumping off my Wednesday prayer call that I'm a part of with all these ladies that are just so amazing. We've been praying together for over 12 years, 13 years now. Hey, Angela.
13 years, oh wow.
Yeah, we've had this prayer call. It's national, so ladies can call in from anywhere. And so that's at 6:45 on Wednesday mornings. So I'm already up, and then I do this. So it's just like a morning of encouragement. I'm prayed up, I'm ready to go, and ready to have these great conversations with guests like you. So
that's why you're vibrant.
He's always holding it down for the fellows, the first fellow to jump on. We have other gentlemen that join us. Good morning, Ronald. We thank you all for tuning in. And one more, we'll say another good morning, and we'll jump back into our discussion.
I love that.
Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Anna from New Jersey. Jersey girls are in the house. I'm a Jersey girl. Oh, this is so awesome. So I'm talking to Maxine Reyes this morning. She is a singer, an entrepreneur, a wife, a mom, and a servicewoman. Thank you for your service, Maxine. And we're talking a little bit about this month. We're talking how music has influenced and impacted our lives. And I think right now, Maxine, we're in some of the darkest days that we've seen in many, many years. And I just wanted to kind of open up the discussion a little bit with, how has your family been handling all the things that we see in media, dealing with COVID, all of that?
We do not watch television. Most of the news that we get is really from the internet. If I pop onto Facebook or Instagram, and my mom also, she updates me and stuff going on. But I definitely do not go on and watch television because I just don't like the negative news, and it just gives me a certain vibe that I don't like to feel. We have to learn what's going on and get all the updates, but I do it at my own pace. I'm ready to hear everything or see everything. So we have been handling it, thank God, quite well, and praying for others who have lost family members or loved ones, folks who lost their jobs. We've had them in mind and reached out to some people to help. And I mean, these are things that we do normally anyways for folks who are in unfortunate situations. But for our family, I mean, it has done I can say we have been just grateful to be able to spend time with each other. And I think that's one of the reasons why my husband decided, this is what he wants. He wants to be home with family more, because he wasn't working for a while, and then now he's working several days a week, and he's off like one day. And that time home with the family, even if it's one day or half a day sleeping in with us, we're quite grateful for it. So COVID has done horrible things for many families, and I can definitely say it strengthened ours and gave us some time to relax and just think about the future and what's important to us.
Oh, that's so good. I've heard so many families talk about, COVID is tragic because we're losing family members, friends, just our fellow citizens around the world. And we are saddened by that. And then for some of us, it's made us very humble, very thankful to be in the house. When I think about the amount of time that I'm spending with family now that I didn't before, it really gives you a new appreciation. And so that resonates with all of us, I would say, for sure. And so what part does music play in your daily life? Does your family also enjoy music as much as you do, because you're a singer? But like, what part does music play in your everyday family life?
It plays a huge part. My daughter, so music for me, and of course, anything that's creative has always been an avenue for of escape and an avenue for healing for me. So songwriting or just doing sewing, gardening, cooking, anything like that, anything that takes my mind away from bad things or things that are bothering me. So it's always helped. And then my daughter, she's taken that on as well. And she plays the piano, she writes, and she also sings. Next month we're starting a songwriting class with a award-winning songwriter, and so that's something that for us is just helped to cope through anything. And my husband, he's the one who buys music, and he buys all genres, and we dance a lot in this house. So it plays a big role.
That is so awesome. I was sometimes, we have the bandwidth factor and having streaming. Sometimes this will slow down our broadcast, but I was able to pull this up. So I want you guys to follow Maxine. Now, Maxine, is this the preferred Instagram page, Maxine Reyes TV?
That's correct. Yes.
Awesome. Oh, thank you for letting people know we're here this morning on your page. But I got to show you. Let's see if this photo. Oh, here's a good photo here. If it'll blow up, we can show it. So this is your family. You're all beautiful. You're like all Vogue model ready family. It's gorgeous.
I like taking pictures, by the way. So and he just looks at the camera, and she caught it right away. So
good. So this is beautiful. And you mentioned that your daughter is musical. Your husband loves music, and then you guys met while serving, right? You met in the military, and you've been married for how many years?
Next year is 25 years together.
25. That number 25, like you said, is a theme. That is wonderful. Now, did you start to see at a young age that your daughter started to love music, or was it something as she grew older?
She would mimic me. Anytime I sang, she would mimic me. And then whenever I was asked to sing the anthem, that's something that I do quite often at large venues. She was right there with me on the floor, watching and asking, "Mommy, how do you do it?" Because she just knows that it takes a lot of pressure to be down thousands of people, like at the NBA games or anything like that. And so I heard the tone in her voice, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she can carry a note like better than me." Because I'm singing, and then she starts to harmonize. I didn't teach her that.
Wow.
And so she's a better singer than I am, and she says she wants to be a singer and an actress. So I tell her we'll get her into classes. I've been teaching her voice on my own because I am actually a certified vocal health coach.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't advertised that, but yeah. So it really helped me personally to make sure that I don't damage my voice. And so now I'm teaching that to her, and I'm open to folks who wants to learn as well. But yeah, that's something I paid for like 6 months, and now I'm certified.
Oh my gosh. Well, now you all know my guest this morning, Maxine Reyes, and they can contact you. I'm going to put her website up here in a little bit, but you can follow her here at Maxine Reyes TV. And this is a beautiful picture as you're talking. You guys had the kind of twinning thing going on. I love it.
She doesn't like twinning. Oh. Like, come on, I love having a girl so I can dress you up like me, but do I have a patch?
I'm the same way. And I think our daughters are close in age. I think your daughter might be a little older, but
She's
you know, okay, and Jordan's 8.
okay.
I wanted to twin as long as I could hold on to it because, at a certain age, they get very vocal about, no, I don't want to wear that. She's probably listening to me right now.
Been like that since 6.
So that is beautiful. And then one thing I wanted to show was some artwork, and I think it's at the top here. Did she do that artwork at the top?
That one she did not do, but if you want to show some, we can go on Facebook, or since you're on Instagram, I am Victoria Reyes.
Okay.
I did an Instagram page for her. Some of her artwork is on there, but if you go to victoriareyes.com, you see most of her artwork.
Oh, great. Okay, we'll try to bring that up during the broadcast.
Okay.
She's an artist, totally. I love the fact that you are very business-minded. You served in the military, but you're a creative. That is a very unique mixture of giftings, for sure. But you're also a woman of faith. And as we really open up the discussion this morning, I want to kind of talk to you about the role that faith plays in your life as a businesswoman, as a servicewoman, as a mom and a wife. What role does faith play in your everyday?
It plays a key role because you have to be able to balance all of that. And I know a lot of people don't like to use the word balance, but for me, it's still significant. It's a significant word because when you're in the military, you're creative and have a family. You have to be able to, work in all avenues and have a good balance and take care of self as well. So for me, my faith has always been in the center of it all, whether it's in my marriage, me parenting, and just me being a woman of God and a businesswoman, and having certain ethics and standards. It's always been there. So it continues to play a role while I was in the military and now after the military.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine serving and being in some of the situations as a service person and not having God on your side, not having the peace of God, right? Angela says this morning, you guys can send your questions in. If you have any questions for Maxine, please do, and we'll get back to you. Yes, she does have a Facebook page, Angela. She sure does. Some people don't do Instagram. I get that.
Same thing, Maxine Reyes TV. If you go to facebook.com, I'll type it in actually.
Okay.
Facebook.com/Maxine Reyes TV.
Awesome. So if you can even search Maxine Reyes TV and Facebook should pop it up, and I'll post it here in just a moment. Thanks for that question. Good morning to a few more folks who've joined. Shanae, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Yep, I see that. Thank you. So we are talking to my guest, Maxine Reyes, this morning, and this month we've been focused on how music has really impacted our lives. She is a singer, and you have also some music that you want to kind of, I don't know if it's a debut. I feel like I'm getting all the firsts. I got the announcement about the retirement. So I'll let you cue that up. And I want to show you all some of the artwork for her beautiful daughter. And we just touched on this, but I was able to, I'm a fast typer, you guys. I was able to bring up the page. And
that's an Instagram page. You'll see most of the art on her website, victoriareyes.com.
Yeah, let's go there.
Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, she's got like over 1,000 followers. She is on the move, just like mom.
Years though.
Just like her mom is enterprising and creative. I love this. And so I think a lot of us could probably take some notes from how you've been able to juggle all of this, Maxine. So talk to us a little bit before we get into the music about your books. So you're an author.
Yes, I am.
We didn't even touch on that. So if you would kind of share some of the resources that you have out there.
I have happily joined The Secret to Relationship Resiliency. And it just really talk about having resilience in your marriage, being able to bounce back from any challenges that you face. So that was written by my husband and I. And that one, we have a point of view from a wife's point of view and then a husband's point of view. So it's just tips from us, both husband and wife, that people can use in their everyday life, in their marriage. And it's a workbook as well. It's an easy read. It's nothing that's too technical. It's an easy read. If someone, you can read it by yourself or read it with a partner, whether you're dating or simply married. So that's on Amazon.com and Barnes and Noble as well. And then I have a second one, and honestly, let me get here. I took a picture last night. I came through it. I was like, I forgot that I was a part of this compilation of women inspiring nations.
Ooh.
Forward by Karen Arrington. She's the founder of Miss Black USA.
Yes.
And so this is what it looks like.
Nice.
And the person who curated that was Cheryl Wood. And she's a visionary international motivational speaker out of the DC area. And so that's the back of the book. But I came across it yesterday and I was like, I totally forgot that I was a part of this. Well, you're ongoing, you're getting out of different projects and you do it and you move on. So I didn't remember about it.
I love that. And I love how you're leaving a legacy. You're of all of the things you're doing, you're right. Your daughter's watching. So she's musical. You're a businesswoman. So she's got her own website with her artwork, which is phenomenal, by the way. I wanted to show this because I've seen you post photos of her artwork, and she's 11, right? You said 11?
Yes, she's 11. Actually, we launched her business on her 11th birthday in January, and she's got some sales, which is really good. I didn't know, if people were going to buy it because it's anime. It's a specialized art. But I told her just make sure that the anime that she's drawing, that some of the girls that she's drawing look like her, with the skin tone. I wanted to mix skin tone because we come in all colors and we need to love all colors and appreciate and embrace them all. So I'm teaching her with her art. And these are a little bit older. She has several more that she's done since. But I don't share unless she gives me permission to do so.
Oh, very important to get the artist permission. But I love this, that the skin tone here is reflective of what her skin tone is. And it's beautiful. You don't see that a lot in anime. So kudos to you. Oh, Victoria, I hope that she's going to watch this later. She's probably sleeping.
I'll show it to her.
Awesome. Well, thank you for showing us, I think, giving us a little insight. So there's a lot of ladies that are watching this morning. Someone says, little entrepreneur. Yes. It's so important to leave a legacy, but the legacies that you're leaving are just so beautiful. The legacy of being an independent business owner, of being a singer and a creative, and really the gift or the legacy of teaching her how to allow her gifts to flourish.
Absolutely.
I think that's absolutely beautiful. So tell us a little bit about your musical journey, you personally. When did you first realize that music was going to be something that you would do I don't know if it's on the side or if it's the main thing?
Listen, because God has blessed me with so many gifts, I haven't have the freedom to do this stuff while I was in the military.
Yeah.
So I sang, the anthem a lot, but I wasn't able to write my songs and record and tour opportunities I've had, right? So now, yes, I'm singing, but I have the coaching that I'm doing. Whenever people reach out, I'm flexible because I don't have a 9-to-5, traditional job. And it's that way because I wanted some flexibility after the military.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to limit myself and put myself in a box because I think people may see that and they're like, oh, she's all over the place. But I know what I'm doing. and I'm
going. Exactly.
I'm having fun. COVID is out there, snapping people all the time, losing their lives to this stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't want to sit and wait until next year or the other year to do these things. Now I am prioritizing. I can definitely say that. So I've shifted gear from the speaking because I was traveling to speak. Mm-hmm. And now I've turned it to going to record and build up my repertoire so that when I'm able to go out on tour, my music is ready. So I've shifted gear from speaking to singing. But in the meantime, I can coach online, which I've been doing as well. So it is a priority, but because it's convenient now, but otherwise I'm juggling and I'm having fun doing this stuff because I wasn't able to do it before.
Well, I love the fact that you're encouraging us this morning in a way that we probably didn't plan for this, but I want to share something with you and some of the people that are watching right now. Shout out to Renew. Renew stands for Reaching Every Need for Every Woman. It's our nonprofit. organization that we started from a simple prayer call. Thank you. It was a conference call that turned into a weekly prayer call that turned into 13 years later. Here we are, reaching out to women, reaching their needs, praying for them. And this morning, Maxine, the word of encouragement that one of the evangelists that's on the line, Evangelist AJ, shout out to AJ.
Okay.
From Philadelphia, she said, ladies, I just have one word for you this morning, and it is to go forward.
Yes.
Go forward. And whatever you do, God is going to meet you there. Whatever you do that is in accordance with what he has for you, his provision is already there. So as you talk about the different things that you're involved in, I remember somebody saying to me one time, don't do too much. Don't do too much. You're going to be all over the place. And that kind of hindered me for a season until I had someone come along and dismantle that and say, do everything that God has called you to do, and do it with fervor. Do it like tomorrow might be your last day, because you said it. Don't know our last day. God knows our day and hour. But I want to say to someone watching, go forward.
Yes.
Maxine, you're a living testimony of both serving at home in your family, serving the country, starting a business, and there's other businesses that we haven't even touched on that you have.
We don't have to.
We're gonna have we'll have a business series in the next couple months, and we'll have you back if you come back. But also exploring her creative side and doing everything that she's been called to do, and you do it fearlessly. That is one thing I will say about you, Maxine. You do it fearlessly, and I think people watching want to know how. How do you step on the stage and sing? How do you step out to do business and write the books? What is that it thing for you that helps you to do that?
I'm thinking of a Bible verse, Luke 12, verse 48. To whom much is given, much is required. And so what that tells me is when it comes to my gifts, my knowledge, my blessings, I'm responsible to use them to bless others. And so with the music, my grandmother told me before she died a year ago, she said, you need to sing for the Lord and bless others with your voice. And that resonated with me because I've been singing. Yes, I've been singing that, as I said, the anthem, because people know me as the anthem singer, and I'm trying to break away from that. It has gotten me into many doors. I can definitely say that has been a blessing. But no, I really want to show people that I'm a songwriter. I write from the heart. But what I write is to encourage, uplift, and it's all positive. That's what I want to let people know. Because when I step on the stage, I can tell you it didn't happen overnight. I was one shy child. And that's when you had asked the question I didn't get to answer fully, but it started when I was a kid. I've been singing from when I was a child, and I remember hand washing clothes in Jamaica, hanging my clothes on the clothesline. They have a washing machine and all dryers and all that, where I grew up, and hanging the clothes, and I'm singing. And one of my neighbors, her name is Effie. Hey, Effie. She said, "Yeah, you can't sing enough." Meaning, little girl, you can sing. And so from then, I'm like, wow, people actually appreciate my voice. And I knew back then that I wanted to be on stage singing, but I was shy. But for the years, I got out of the shell. And I can definitely say me joining the military has helped, because the Army, being an Army officer and being a commander, you have to be able to speak in front of people. And the first command I got, it was nearly 700 people, over 600 people. And so being as a person who was shy to be in the crowd besides singing, and then now I'm speaking, helped me to be braver when it comes to singing on stage. And then the reminder is God blessed me with this gift. Why not share it? Why be timid about it? Go on stage, whatever it is that you do, that's best. But everyone that's watching this morning, if there's a gift that you have, because we all have a gift, it may not be the same gift, but go out there and bless others with it. Be confident in it, because you're the one who does it best. I can't go out there and do engineering because it's just not my thing. Someone else is blessed with that gift and the education. Bless others with whatever gift that you have. As little, as minute as you may think it is, it's going to be big for someone else. And so that's what helped me, Candy, to be on stage and sing in front of millions and be confident with it. But it didn't start there. I had to do it over and over and be encouraged and just definitely feel that this is where I'm meant to be. This is where I need to be, what I'm meant to be, because he has blessed me with the gift, and that's where my ministry has started with the voice.
I love the fact that you said it didn't start there, but you had to do it over and over again, because I think some of us, we kind of give up before we hit that point of breakthrough, like that tipping point where we can continue on and the gifting and the doors start flying open and opportunities start coming. But some of us get really discouraged because maybe it hasn't, picked up speed yet, or maybe no one's really come behind to support us. But you said you had to do it over and over again. And eventually your preparation met opportunity, and then successful doors started opening. Let's go to some comments here, and then you're going to play a little something for us, and hopefully get to sing a little something at the end here. Okay. I want to share some comments this morning. Denise says, "What a blessing. Thank you for sharing, Maxine. This has been amazing."
Thank you, Denise.
Angela, thank you for your service.
Thanks for your support.
I love that. Grace for your raise. Yes. Thank you, Shanae. Love that. She said,
Grace, that is my motto, with courage and grace.
Yes, we love it. I love it. And Angela says, amen. So thank you guys for chiming in here. If you have questions, maybe, I have a feeling, Maxine, somewhere down the line, you're going to write something to tell every mom and every woman how to juggle it all, how to do it all.
It's actually done. It's just not released yet.
Okay. See, I knew it. I mean, you can't have all these experiences and not share it, right? So ladies and even gentlemen, be prepared for some future books to come out. And so what is, talk to us about your current music. What are you going to share with us briefly?
So my current music, I used to write love songs, and I still will, continue to write love songs. Luther Vandross is one of those singers that I've always listened to and loved his songs. And with the marriage ministry, I just felt that it intertwined with each other. So love songs, you'll hear that from me. But now I'm writing more songs of ministry and worship. And that's something that I've always had at the back of my mind. But love songs for me, they were easier to write.
Nice.
Now I am, I've solicited songwriter, professional songwriter, award-winning songwriter to write with me and help me to bring more of that out. And my next single is Joy Unspeakable. It's an uplifting song. You've heard that one. That's the one I sang last year at Women on the Rise.
Yeah, I remember that. That was awesome.
Thank you. So that one I recorded in Jamaica. And it's an uplifting song of faith and encouragement and power. And also have Light a Candle, which I co-wrote with a friend of mine. And that one was done around the time of election in 2016. Mm-hmm. I wanted to have something that would unite people, because that's what I want to do: spread love and unity, encouragement for us to just be one.
Yeah,
we're children of God, and some people just still don't recognize that,
Yeah.
And hence all the uproar and unrest that has been going on in our world. So I believe that these songs that are coming out and in the future, they're gonna touch lives, and that's all I want to do. Encourage and inspire others. And so those are some of the songs that I've written. And the song I'm gonna play, the first one I'm gonna play, is a song that I recorded last month, and that is Straight Worship.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Contemporary side, it's contemporary Christian.
I love that. So we're ready, and we want to hear a little snippet. And I've also asked Maxine if she could, as we close the broadcast, if she could leave us with a worshipful medley just briefly here at the end too. So you can go ahead and hit play, and we'll sit here waiting to hear.
Hey,
Elisa! Good morning.
So much. Thank you. All right, so you want me to play it now, right?
Yeah, we're ready. You guys ready? I want you guys to go hit the share button. And this has been such an eye-opening discussion for many of you. You're encouraged. I know I'm encouraged. and have really been inspired this morning. But hit the share button and invite someone to watch this. We're ready for you.
Okay. So this is Victory is Yours. Wait. Can you hear?
Sounds good.
We remember how you've moved, the miracles you've done. You are strong to deliver us. The battle has been won. We surrender to you. All our faith is in you. Victory is yours. Victory is yours. You've down from heaven. You've overcome the world. Victory is yours. Victory is yours. Who can stand against you? Who can defeat the Lord? The victory is yours.
Ooh, that's good, Maxine. Oh my gosh. Where can we get this? Where do we get this music? Because I think we want to download. We want to be able to download this like right away. Where do we get it?
I'm gonna need y'all to be patient with me. I will, and I was hesitant in playing it because I know you can't get it right now.
Mhm.
But I wanted you to hear what was coming because we were talking about worship.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the songs I have before, they're uplifting and encouraging, but they weren't worship songs.
Gotcha.
So this is coming, and there's more behind that. I recorded this last month, huh?
What kind of responses do you get from people when you're singing? Is there a different response in when you're singing something worshipful than when you're singing something just fun and contemporary, uplifting? Do you get different responses from the audience, or?
I don't see that or haven't noticed it because it has always been positive.
Mm-hmm.
That I put out is positive music, so they relate to them, and someone always share a story to whatever song that I. But the response is the same because it comes with a message, and it's uplifting and encouraging. Someone says, "I love this song. The victory is yours." Yes, gave me chills. Amen. That's what I want to do. Praise God. That's exactly what I want to do because it's not about me. It's about us feeling His presence and radiating the light that He shines through us. And that's what I want to share with the world.
I mean, there's so much power in the words that we speak. And I know for the Good Morning Show family that's watching, thank you all for tuning in, by the way. If you came on late, you're still right on time. We always say that on the show because you probably hit that watch button as soon as we started playing Victory is Yours. And I do love Sherry Ann's comment. I love this song, Victory is Yours, gave me chills because words have power. The moment you hit that chorus, it was a reminder. Although we know that we're victorious, we have to be reminded. And I think that's what playing music every day, as long as it's something uplifting, and even worship and gospel music, gives you those booster shots of encouragement and speaking words of encouragement and speaking life over ourselves. What inspired you to write this song here as we're closing? What did it just pop in? The melodies just pop in your head, and that's how you start to write? Or
listen, this I cannot take credit for it because this is not my songwriting. My songwriting is coming up, but this song, when I heard it, I told them I wanted some songs, and I didn't want to put any of what I know or how I know how to write songs. I didn't want to put any of that. I wanted something new because this is a new sound for me. Yeah. And I didn't want to influence it. And so they sent me several songs, and I listened to this one, and I was like, now the lady that sang this song, like she toured with Katy Perry, has a very strong voice. And I was listening to it, and I was like, man, this is a little bit different for me, but I'm going to pray about it and go after it. And when I went into the studio, I just made it my own. I just made it my own. And the song before this one, what I recorded there, I actually broke down and cried. I met these people in person for the first time, and I'm in the studio crying because I just felt like the Holy Spirit went through me by a tone that I sang, and the producer said, "I'm gonna stop this and let you hear it. You hear this sound? This is your sound." And he said, "It is so good." And when I heard that, I was like, "Grandma, it's coming! It's actually happening."
Yes.
A lot of influence on me. And before she died, it was just like I felt her presence there, and just everything happening, all the amazing things that happened that day in that studio. I just cried. I literally broke down.
Yeah.
So Victory's Yours, I recorded the next day, and I just felt encouraged, and I felt powerful, and I was like, God, just use me. And this is what happened. That's what happened.
Sometimes all of the right things line up at the right time, and I could just hear it. And when you were singing it, it wasn't like you weren't just singing it. You were saying victory is yours.
Yeah.
And I feel like someone needs to hear that this morning.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I let you guys sample that one, but it'll be available. I'll let everyone know. If you follow me on the platforms, Facebook and Instagram, you will definitely know when it's coming out. My next single is Joy Unspeakable, and that's the one I'll let them hear. You've heard it before, but I'll let them hear this one whenever you're ready for me.
I'm ready. We're ready. We're ready to hear it. This has been so good.
Thank you. Let me see if I can get the background. I haven't even warmed up. Well, I guess me talking to you has been the warm up.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you want to do a little acapella for us right now, or do you want to, were you going to play something?
I was going to play the background track for.
Okay. Yeah. Do whatever you need to do.
I sing acapella all the time, but I wanted y'all to hear the background track so you can have a vibe with it.
Yeah. We're ready for it. I love it. Woo! Listen, you guys weren't ready to get your jam on this morning. I know it. That first of all, the beat, like I was, I'm in the worship frame of mind, so in the sway, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is more of a let's get a two-step on. This was so good.
This is worship in Jamaica.
Oh, I love it.
This is our culture. This is our music. It's reggae music, but it's with the positive words, and it is with the worship words. Right? So it's telling everybody the love that the joy that I have, the love that I have, no one can take it away. And it's only when we give them permission. That's the only time they can take it from you. So this is like my coverage. When I walk out the door, I'm like, joy unspeakable. No one's gonna mess this up. Not today. Not today.
Yes.
Marianne.
So good. And I live in Kissimmee, Florida, and there's a large Caribbean community here, very large Caribbean community. And the first few churches that I visited when I first came to know Christ were, we call them Caribbean churches, right? So we go in and the music was reggae beat, and it was just so awesome. We would be dancing all over the church. But let me tell you, I wasn't prepared because the music went on. It was like the more the music played, the more I felt ministered to. Like the pastor didn't even get up to preach sometimes, right? Because the music kept going on and on. And those were some of the most wonderful worship services I have ever been a part of. So that's why I said when you started playing the background track, I was like, oh, she didn't tell me.
I love to go to that church sometime. Come out and visit.
Yes, yes. Oh man. So are you? I forgot to ask. Are you in Florida now? Are you?
I'm in Tampa. That's where my husband's stationed.
That's right.
We're stationed at MacDill Air Force Base, and actually loving Tampa. I love my people in Orlando, and I'm happy that I'm able to come there. And we're going to be settling here in Central Florida.
Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy because you were out of state for many years.
Yeah, many years. Yeah. And then I came to Orlando in 2014 after my deployment to the Middle East. And then I went to Texas for a year and a half, then to North Carolina, then back.
Yeah, that's so good. We have Steve, Marsha, Morrissey. Sorry if I said your last name wrong. Joy unspeakable, no boundaries. Joy unspeakable. We've said a lot this morning. We talked about victory being yours, joy unspeakable. You know, the world doesn't understand it. And when you say the world didn't give it to me, the world can't take it away, Maxine. There's a joy that is found in God right now for all of you watching, and for anyone who might watch this on replay. We've been doing this series on music to lift your hearts and your spirits the whole month, because we know we can turn on the TV and the news and see what's happening. And the more you watch, the lower you sink, the heavier you feel. But when you open up your ears and your heart to music, and especially music that has the word of God in it, everything shifts. Everything shifts. So I want to encourage you today to go out and find some good gospel music. Who are some of your go-to singers as we close here? Do you listen to anyone in particular?
Well, not just one. I listen to all of them.
Yeah.
There's Tasha Cobbs. I love listening to Tasha Cobbs. So I love old school, but now I'm bringing new school. Kara Jobe.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And of course, Snatch. And guess who just started following me on Instagram?
Who?
Snatch.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, I must be doing something right. But I love singing her song as well, Waymaker. You know, that she's a songwriter for that song.
Oh man.
So yeah, so these are some
I was saying Waymaker. That song will have you on the floor, Waymaker.
Oh yeah. I was thinking of singing that song, but I was like, you know what? As an artist, I really need to let people hear my song and then know where they can get it. So actually, they can actually pre-order or pre-save. They call it pre-save because it's streaming.
Got it.
Now it's streaming. So the DistroKid site that I put up earlier, then they can actually go on there and start pre-saving. And please follow me on Spotify. That's important. That's what my marketing people are telling me. People need to follow me on Spotify. So I'm asking you guys to follow me. And if you go to that link, the DistroKid link that I have, pre-save that song, Joy Unspeakable, and follow me as well on Spotify. It's the same link. It'll take you there.
So I think, can I get to Spotify here from Listen?
Yes, but you won't be able to hear that song as yet because it's not really, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, I want to invite you guys to learn more about Maxine, about everything that she's got going on, all the projects as she updates on her website, all of the new projects that are coming, the new music. Follow her on Spotify and on Instagram as well. And I hope that this has been encouraging to you guys. I want to close out with some comments here, Maxine. And Shanae's like, oh, that's amazing. Oh, Angela. Thank you for inviting Steve and I think Steve and Marsha might be like the two people Facebook page. Angela has a question. Is all of your music have the background track or the music is more of a Caribbean vibe, or is it just kind of a mixture?
So it's a mixture because I've worked with different producers. What I'm trying to get to now, once I get my feet in the door, is mix them all together, because that's the artist that I am. The lyrics is one thing; it's always going to be positive and uplifting. But the music, it needs to have my roots. I will not step away from my roots. Everyone knows that I love my island, home of Jamaica, and I love reggae music, and so it's gonna be incorporated into my sound.
Got it.
Similar to my friend Kevin. You've heard. Gotta hear his music as well. I'm gonna do a little whatever they call it. Shout out to Kevin live. If you can follow him, you hear his music. That's a sound I heard a couple years ago, and I was like, I love that. That's me right there, right? So it's gonna be similar to his sound, but more of me as a female.
So Maxine referred me to this wonderful artist, and we touched base, and his schedule is really packed during the week, but we're going to do probably a pre-recorded show, and give his name again. They can follow him at, don't have his Instagram in front of me here.
I'll type it in.
It's
So,
Kevin.
his name is Kevin, but K Anthony Live.
K Anthony. So you guys can actually search him on Instagram at K Anthony, and live. Perfect.
Typed it in.
Oh, you're so great. Like most of the time I'm typing while I'm interviewing and people don't know them. You're super fast. You have to be really fast. And so, you have shared a lot of music. Do we have time for you to close this out with an acapella, or we?
Let's see. I think I'm a little warmed up now.
And I'm gonna post his information so we can. He was so gracious, and I really look forward to having K Anthony live as well on the show. So again, if you are tuning in and you can't caught the end of the broadcast here, we really are just so grateful that you decided to take your morning to be with us. Absolutely. And this month has really been just about uplifting our spirits and our souls with music. As we close out the month, I had to have some powerhouses here at the end of the month. We have Maxine. We also have LaRue Howard. LaRue is a local worship leader and a worship.
I know. I know LaRue.
Do you know LaRue?
Right?
Yes, she's at. I'm gonna get the name of the church wrong, but she's at a church here locally in Orlando. And we also have Martha Munizzi. So you talked about old school.
Yeah, I went to her church. When I was living in Orlando, that's the church I attended. Epic Life.
Did you? It is a small world. I'm telling you, Orlando is so small. But I wanted to close out with you ladies because I knew that the ministry that you have as we close out the month. People can go back and watch. You can go back and watch any of the Good Morning Show on my page or on the Good Morning Show page. But I knew that there was like ministry that really would come forth at the end of the month here. And so I'm thankful to shout out to Martha and LaRue, and thank you, Maxine. Thank you so much for being here today. You blessed us so much. You have no idea. River of Life. You know what? Shanae is always on it. This is why we're a family. We help each other out.
River of Life. Which one is that?
That's LaRue's church.
LaRue's church. Okay. So I'll check that out. And LaRue was a guest, right?
She's going to be this coming Friday.
Okay. We have someone. Sherry Ann says, "Oh, you want to go ahead and read it?"
Oh no, you're good. Go, you got it.
What a blessing! I am Caribbean American and I listen to Caribbean gospels, so I will add your music to my playlist for sure. Thank you so much. You can actually pre-save it now, Sherry Ann, and I have the link in here on districtkid.com. So thank you very much. And another thing that will help me is for you to follow my Spotify page as well, because the song that you heard earlier, "Victory Is Yours," all of those songs will be on that page and released there in the coming weeks.
I'm posting that now. I just put that up here. So again, I hope that you all have really enjoyed this month. Maxine, if you have a quick acapella, just something. Let's go.
I'll do Waymaker since everyone knows that.
Yeah, and you can give us just a couple lines from the song, and we're just gonna. You guys ready? Hit the share button, you guys.
Yay! You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Ah, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light some of that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You guys know what to do. Hand clap emojis from everyone. Go ahead and put them in there. And we have some encouragement for you, Maxine. Beautiful voice.
Thank you.
I love that song. And Facebook. And you know what? I love this, that I have a Facebook user. It just says Facebook user.
Oh.
Hello. Welcome. That is who you are. That is... that song was right on time in this season.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I think it's the most remade Christian song like this year, especially because of the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. We got lots of hand claps. This is our studio audience, Maxine. I call them the Good Morning Show family and the studio audience, even though we're not physically in the studio yet. We have it. But it definitely was the best way we could have ended the broadcast today. If you're watching this, thank you for tuning in. My guest is Maxine Reyes. You can go to MaxineReyes.com and also follow her on social media on Facebook as well. I'm going to put that up here because a few people have said, I'm not on Instagram. So here you go for Facebook, and stay tuned for more music. You've left us with hearts that are encouraged, Maxine. I really want to thank you for all you do and for your service. All right, you guys. Well, let me do my announcements real quick, Maxine, and let's bring in the closing music. It always signals that it's over. I don't want it to be over, but I do want to, let's show everyone who's coming up for the rest of the week as well. So we've got our month closing out here with worship leader, Pastor Martha Munizi on 7:30. So that is Thursday. She will be with us, and it's going to be a wonderful show, as well as we have LaRue Howard, we just mentioned, closing out the month. On Friday, we've got LaRue Howard on Friday, 7:31, to close out the month. And today we have the most amazing time with Maxine Reyes. Go check her out and check out her website. Maxine, we can't wait. The best is yet to come.
I can't wait either.
Yes, yes.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for your service. All right, you guys. Until next time, please tune in every day, 7:45 a.m. Eastern. Tell someone about the Good Morning Show. It's your place for faith in the morning. Bye-bye, everyone.